Coming up, President Trump held his Salute to America in the National Mall in Washington to celebrate the 4th of July, but not everyone supported the move. And back here at home, Hazard and Perry County held their annual North Fork 4th of July celebration yesterday, and there was something for everyone. And a new store in Perry County decided to celebrate the 4th of July with a grand opening celebration.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and happy Friday. Today is July 5th and the time is about 5:31. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, and it's just kind of the same old trend, the same old song and dance, Connor, but hopefully we'll see some changes as we head into the weekend and next week. Let's take a look at the US 119 camera up on top of Whitesburg Pine Mountain this morning. All quiet, not too much going on. Had a little bit of rain at times yesterday. Fog again with us this morning, less than a mile visibility. Jackson, Hazard, London, Somerset, and Monticello, zero visibility into Jonesville, so kind of keep that in mind this morning. Temperatures close to 70 pretty much everywhere, upper 60s to right around 70. Across the state, 76 in Paducah and Louisville, 71 in Charleston, Cincinnati, and the Tri-Cities, Lexington as well, also in Bowling Green. Your day planner, we're going to see those temperatures dip just a little bit more, and then we'll get up into the mid to upper 80s later today. Connor?
All right, thanks, Brandon. Well, President Trump held his Salute to America in the National Mall in Washington to celebrate the 4th of July. The event, produced in just weeks at his request, brought military hardware, service members, and many others to the nation's capital for an event that also sparked criticism. CBS's Katherine Johnson has the latest.
With fireworks and controversy, President Trump celebrated America's 243rd birthday his way.
Today we come together as one nation with this very special Salute to America.
The President's Salute to America 4th of July event in the nation's capital featured tanks and military vehicles, flyovers by the Navy's Blue Angels, pageantry, and applause. All branches of the armed forces were on hand and hailed.
Our nation is stronger today than it ever was before.
President Trump's event generated days of advanced criticism from Democrats and others who accused him of politicizing Independence Day.
Dishonors our troops, dishonors our service members and veterans, because it's really all about Trump.
It was marked by protests like this one Thursday in front of the White House. The event still doesn't have a public price tag, but the flyovers alone cost tens of thousands of dollars an hour. The president promised the expense would be well worth it for what he marketed as the show of a lifetime. In his speech, President Trump ran through more than 2 centuries of iconic moments in American history.
Exactly 50 years ago this month, the world watched in awe as Apollo 11 astronauts launched into space.
In the audience, he honored Clarence Henderson, who took part in a sit-in at a Greensboro, North Carolina Woolworth lunch counter in 1960, a moment many say began the civil rights movement. Katherine Johnson, CBS News, Washington.
President Trump is the first president in nearly 70 years to speak at the National Mall on Independence Day. And we've been following the story on Revelation Energy and Black Jewel filing for bankruptcy and how many miners had their checks bounced. But one local legislator is trying to help. State Representative Derek Lewis also runs a fireworks stand out of Leslie County. He offered free fireworks to families who had their checks bounced. He says it's not much, but it's a simple way he can help the families.
Me and my wife were talking, and there were so many kids out there that'd be affected because all of a sudden, you know, their parents are having negative account balances because of what's going on with this company and the bankruptcy proceedings. So it's just our small way of giving back.
Several miners and their families came out. Some even showed up with checks they were given that had bounced. And a new convenience store is open in Perry County, and they want you to let them know what you would like to see there. The Soggy Bottom General Store is located off of Highway 7. They decided to hold their grand opening on Independence Day. The celebration included live music with family and friends. They sell basic groceries and also have a deli that sells sandwiches, hot dogs, pizza, and hand-dipped ice cream.
I think it's a good idea because they've needed it for so long. It's so far to go. Just for little items they have to go. By the time you've gone there, your gas money and everything, so convenience is everything.
When you visit Soggy Bottom, you can register in-store to win a gift basket valued at more than $50. And for workers that go out early in the morning, they will open at 5 a.m. starting Monday. Hazard and Perry County held their annual North Fork 4th of July celebration yesterday, and there was a little something for everyone. Local craft and food vendors lined Main Street, while the annual fish fry fed more than 700 people. In just the first hour, the parade then led to a 2-hour freedom float on the North Fork of the Kentucky River.
We're trying to revitalize downtown, and what better way to get it revitalized if you get people to come downtown?
There's a much larger crowd here today than it was last year. The city and their staff and workers and the mayor, they put on an amazing event today. We was just glad to be able to assist in their lead on a great day downtown, and it's just turned into an amazing event.
The North Fork float is raising money for the dog park going in the Perry County Park. Many city officials and workers volunteered. There was live music through the evening at the amphitheater next to City Hall and fireworks at dark. And Prestonsburg celebrated Independence Day the only way it knows how, as a community. Star City Day started Thursday afternoon. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to those involved in the celebration about what they say makes it unique from other 4th of July parties.
From the groundwork
Feeler shots. This is going to be specialty shapes.
to the street work, it takes a lot to make the fireworks.
There's just a whole lot of work that goes into it, and it takes everybody.
But those involved with Star City Day say it's worth the effort
Every year, they say that the show gets better.
to see the community come together.
The community loves it. We do this for them.
And as the show kicks off, that effort does not go unnoticed.
Fire department here is like beyond amazing.
Local business owners like Heather Owens say it's obvious that the event is all about the community.
That just shows that here in Prestonsburg, we are a very tight-knit group of people, and, we work together very well.
Community members working to serve other community members.
It kind of reinforces the whole community thing. You see the regulars that you see every day, but you also see people who's in from other places.
As they celebrate Independence Day.
American tastes beautiful.
What they call
Prestonsburg is by far the best. They say it's the second biggest, but I say it's number one.
the best party in town. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Switching gears now in other news, Chris Klein, a West Virginia native who built a coal empire and a reputation for charitable giving, has died in a helicopter crash. Today would have been his 61st birthday. The Register-Herald newspaper in Beckley, where Klein grew up, was among the first to report his death. Klein's friends in Beckley told the newspaper that the helicopter was en route to Fort Lauderdale from the Bahamas when it crashed into the Atlantic Ocean. And a path to a new career may be getting wider. The U.S. Labor Department is touting 500,000 new apprenticeships, but as Washington correspondent Kyle Madura reports, some lawmakers are concerned new opportunities aren't always better.
I remember turning down selling drugs.
Montez King didn't always excel in school, but he says an unexpected opportunity made it clear that he had a future as a metal worker.
How much does it pay? And he told me $10 an hour. And I'm like, what?
Actually, it was an apprenticeship, but it became a job, and that job became a career. He says it's a path more people should consider.
Apprenticeship was good from the professional side of learning the trade as well as the personal side, and there's a lot of other kids out there that could use that help.
The U.S. Department of Labor recently created a second apprenticeship model. The new programs will still cover a variety of industries, from healthcare to manufacturing. But federal oversight will be looser, giving schools and industries more say in how they're run.
We have seen so much job growth, and this is about providing Americans with the skills to fill those open jobs.
But not everyone is sold on the new option.
We have a really robust apprenticeship program, and that one has very high quality standards.
Nevada's Jackie Rosen is one of 11 Senate Democrats who wrote to the Labor Department. They say cash for the system would be better spent on the original proven model, and worry less oversight will translate into lower standards.
My concern is that we need to keep them high quality, and then we can increase them across the spectrum.
For now, new apprenticeship programs will still get to choose whether they want the old model or the new. Congress will decide if that's temporary or permanent. In Washington, I'm Kyle Madura.
The Labor Department also announced they are awarding more than $183 million to college and business apprenticeship partnerships in 18 states. A strong earthquake shook Southern California Thursday morning. The National Geological Survey reported the quake as a magnitude 6.4. People as far away as Las Vegas felt it. So far, there are no reports of significant injuries, but there is some damage close to the epicenter. At the area closest to the quake, county officials say they're responding to nearly 24 incidents ranging from medical assistance to structure fires. This is the strongest earthquake to hit Southern California since the 1994 Northridge quake. And later, we look at the story of one woman who was determined to return a decades-old letter from a soldier written to his wife to the soldier's family.
Are you ready for the weekend? Hopefully you're ready for some rain chances and then some relief. I'll tell you all about it in about 3 minutes.